What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Derek D. Wild Man. We doing another episode of the Checkmate Double show. I just want to say, good morning, good afternoon in some places. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm almost at 100 subscribers. Like you said, my goal, one of my short-term goals was to get to 1,000 subscribers. What's going on, Jimmy? What's the good news? I see you got registered for the Chicago Open, you and your father. Looking forward to that tournament. What's the word, bro? Like you said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you watch from YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I'm at 92 subscribers, trying to grind. And today on this show, we're going to talk about. It was an argument, kind of like on the Detroit Chess Killers group, is who had the best tournament performance of all time. Yeah, that's my boy Jimmy. He said he ready to go. Yeah, I see you. That's what's up. That's what I'm looking forward to. You getting that title in Chicago. The Chicago Open. I've been following the registration almost every day on online registration CCC. Me and Cam, we discussed about going to Chicago. We also talked about going to Indiana. I know from me speaking, you know what I'm saying, with a couple fellas, we don't know if Chicago is open. What's going on, Mr. Renee Phillips? What's going on, sir? How you doing? How you doing? Uh, Still looking forward to coming down to New Orleans. I know with all this COVID and all that other stuff. I got my LSU Tigers hoodie on. Like you said, that's my favorite football team. But we had a discussion because, as you know, I take chess lessons. I'm not going to disclose who I take chess lessons from, but the guy I take chess lessons from believes Anatoly Karpov is the greatest chess player of all time. He believes that Anatoly, if I'm pronouncing his name wrong, I apologize. Karpov is top five grandmasters of all time. And we was studying, we was taking a lesson, and he told me, look at the Linares tournament in 1994 when Anatoly Karpov scored 11 out of 13, if I'm not mistaken. And he said that was the greatest performance uh, that he saw of all time. And I went over some games a couple days on chessgames.com, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm pretty strong chess player, and Karpov was playing some phenomenal chess. But during that topic, we also brought up the Fabiano Singfield Cup in 2014, where he started off 7-0 in that tournament. I think he won it, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to mix the scores up, but I know he won the tournament. I know it was like Aronian, Magnus. I mean, you had all the top. What's going on, Lo? What's going on, Cam? Um, had all the top 2,800 players in there, and I think Fabiano had a performance rating of 3103. I think Karpov during that time had a performance rating from the Linares tournament 2985 and 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, 8.5 out of 10. So Fabiano scored 8.5 out of 10. Good looking, Low. Good looking. He scored 8.5 out of 10, and he pretty much clinched the tournament. I think with like 3-4 rounds left, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. And then William Grafe brought up the Bobby Fischer going 11-0 in this tournament. So this is something we're going to discuss because a lot of people have their opinions of this tournament and who has the greatest performance of all time. And off the rip, in my opinion, I'm just going to have to disregard Fischer's 11-0. I understand he didn't lose a game, but during that time, this is just my opinion. If you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you want to make your point, you feel to, feel free to, speak in the comment section. But I believe you just got to disregard Fischer 11-0 because during that time, I just think in the Fischer generation, he was so superior, you know what I'm saying, in the era. Like he dominated that era. Like who really gave Fischer a run for his money in the era? You know what I'm saying? Like you could have like boxing, uh you know what I'm saying? You had the Mayweather Pacquiao era, you had the Hagler Hearns era, you had the Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield era. I just think in Fisher era, and this is why a lot of people regards him as the greatest chess player of all time. What's going on, Dominique? No, I'm just keeping it real. Like, he played I am. Look, he say he played I am. I mean, you have to acknowledge Fisher 11-0. It has to be in the discussion, but he was so far stronger. Like Fisher is to me the player that can play in any generation. Old generation, he could play in his generation, the Karpov, Gary Kasparov generation. He could play in the Fabiano. I think he was just a once in a generation, you know what I'm saying, talent. So I think his 11-0, you have to mention it, but you really can't, you know what I'm saying, make a valid point because, I mean, who was in that tournament? And the chess was different. You know what I'm saying? The real discussion, to me, in my opinion, is going to be the Karpov versus Fabiano situation. Karpov's 11.5 out of 13. Fabiano's 8.5 out of 10. This is where it gets tricky. You do got to point out, like you said, that Fabiano had a performance rating of like 3,100, and he went 7-0, and he won that tournament. I mean, he clinched it after he went 7-0, if I'm not mistaken. Where the tournament where you had Magnus in there, the world champion, you had Aronian, you had so many 2,800 players in there. I think Naka played in there, and he played just like some phenomenal chess. And he crushed them all. He crushed them all. I mean, he beat the brakes off of them. Just think about you going 7-0, starting off your tournament 7-0, and pretty much everybody in that tournament is 2,800 plus. I'm just saying that's 2,800 plus. Then you look at the Karpov tournament in '94. Even though I believe that this era is stronger, you know what I'm saying, because this is what, excuse me, the computer engine generation. So you go back to Karpov era, and I guess that was the beginning of computer chess. That was in '94. I guess that was around the time Deep Blue and all that other stuff. And then you look at Karpov, who finished ahead of Gary Kasparov, who's arguably, a lot of people argue, is the greatest chess player of all time. You had a nod in there, Topalov. You had, I'm trying to think top of my head, Topalov. You had Judith Polgar. She got crushed in that tournament. What's going on, Dominique? I'm just saying, give me your opinion. Give me your opinion. If I told you that Karpov in '94 went 11.5 out of 13, Fabiano went 8.5 out of 10 in the Singfield Cup 2014, the Fisher 11-0, don't get me wrong, you have to mention it, but we just automatically has to put that third place by default. Who do you think has the greatest performance of a chess out of chess tournament uh in years? I mean, performance rating, you got to go with, a lot of people, one of my closest friends tell me, you always got to take the numbers. You always have to take the numbers. And he told me Fabiano 7-0, winning that tournament 8.5 out of 10. I think 90% of that, the playing field was 2,800. He had a 31.03 tournament performance in that tournament. His greatest performance by all time. And he also said this. He also said Fabiano really can make an argument for the strongest chess player in the world. And also you can make an argument that Fabiano really didn't win he really didn't lose the world championship, because if you go back to that and this is going to lead to another conversation. When you go back to that world championship match, all the games was draws. Fabiano only lost when it went to the blitz tiebreak. So does that make Fabiano equal to Magnus when it comes to standard chess? Because that's where we rate the world championship off of, because you have standard ratings, you have blitz, and you have quick. And if Magnus couldn't defeat Fabiano and standard chess, and he only really lost in the tiebreak blitz portion, what does that say about Fabiano? And is Fabiano, how can I say, equally or has a right to be in an argument for the strongest chess player in the world. I want to hear y'all opinions on this. Let me hear what y'all have to say. First things first, give me your opinion. Who you think has the greatest I mean, while I'm in here too, shout out to Renee Phillips too. He actually played Karpov back in the day, so I gotta acknowledge him. Shout out to my good brother Renee Phillips from New Orleans. He hit me up. He played Karpov. He knows how I think it was Karpov. He actually knows how strong Karpov is personally. But I'm gonna start off with Cam and Dominique Myers. Let me hear y'all boys' opinion. I mean, what do you think about what was said? Do you take the Karpov from '94? Do you take Fabiano from 2014? You could throw the fish in there, but it's gonna be let me see what Cam has to say. I don't think the world championship should be decided by Blitz Rapid. I agree with you. Let me see what Dominique Myers has to say. Excuse me. If the matches are longer, I think it's a better test because the matches are short. It's more difficult for people to take risks in these matches. If you lose one bad game, you don't have a lot of games to get that win. So, with that being said, my good chess people, let me see. I got Dominique Myers. Most of these matches, people are playing not to lose. True, but actually, I guess why I'm saying this, when I think about it off the top of my head, it makes a better discussion, and it kind of ends the argument that the Fabiano performance, you could probably say, is better than the Karpov performance, because now you're judging his 2014 performance and then how he arguably performed against Magnus, who put the highest rating in the world, and Magnus couldn't get that defeat. So I guess we just gonna lead. He could say that's the best results, but consistency is what Magnus has so far. He's been on top for so long. If Fabi can make candidates and draw Magnus consistently in the world championship, yeah, then he can say that for real. Okay, we got James Canny in the comments, Dominique Myers, based off results. Okay, true, but I think the world championship is what, 12 games? 12 games. I don't know the score. I don't know the head-to-head score between Magnus and Fabiano. For example, I believe, and I could be wrong, I think Kramnik has a positive plus score against Kasparov. I mean, just after all that, we're just talking about Fabiano. I guess we're going to lead towards Fabiano's 2014 Seafield Cup results as one, followed by Karpov at number 2. Now, here's another question. I know they can't play because they're from different eras, but what would you imagine a Karpov game in his prime against Fabiano? Who would be the favorite? Who do you like to win in that game? Because put it like this, I believe Karpov is the greatest, by far, positional player of all time. I believe Petrosian, let me see. To me, Karpov is Petrosian like on steroids times 10. You see what I'm saying? And I haven't played over a lot of Fabiano games, but you know what I'm saying? He's strong at what he does. He doesn't lose games. Could you just imagine those two playing? Who you think would be the favorite? And let me know who's your Mount Rushmore of chess players while we bringing this up, because I know I done brought this up a thousand times, and I get in trouble for it. But I really believe Karpov would have defeated Bobby Fischer. That's just my opinion. I've said it on my podcast. I've posted about it in the group. I just feel like Fischer knew he could beat Boris Spassky. I just felt like he just wasn't ready, mentally prepared for, you know what I'm saying, that long, boring, you know what I'm saying, positional type stuff against Karpov. But I know we'll probably time in back on that. Also, let's get into it. Let's talk about the Chicago Open. Let me see who we got a comment going on. Karpov. This Karpov had more impact on opening theory than Petrosian. Yeah. A lot of people, I agree with you that, Cam. A lot of people don't realize against Karpov, the older I get, growing up, Gary Kasparov was probably like my favorite GM, and he still is. But the older I get and I watch Karpov games and my study sections and all that other stuff, a lot of people don't know Karpov actually started off playing E4, and that kind of messed me up. Go back and look at Karpov younger games. He was an E4 player. E4, he was attacking and all that other stuff. Then he made the switch to D4 to Karelkine. A lot of people don't even recognize that. Karpov had more impact on the opening theory than Pestrosian. Pestrosian was I know that's one of Cam's favorite players. Then Venture. I think, like I said, I believe Karpov is the improved. I'm not going to say the poor man, but I think he's Pestrosian on steroids. You know, Pestrosian was good. Go back and look at them Pestrosian Fisher games. You know what I'm saying? Pestrosian versus Kasparov. I think every era you watch somebody who's the top, and then the next player who's going to take a little bit from them, and you know what I'm saying, add it to their repertoire and all that other stuff to improve their chess game. I'm also going to name a player that a lot of people don't talk about, Paul Kiers, however you pronounce it. He was very, very, very strong. Missed out on opportunity to become, you know what I'm saying, the world champion. Dope player. He had some dope games. Let me see what I got going on. This is my boy, William Addison. William Addison was an African-American international master. He played in the U.S. Chess Championship 1962 to 1962, 63, 64, 65, 66, 69. He took second place with 7.5 out of 11 behind Samuel. I can't pronounce his name. I know, damn, I butcher his name all the time. 69 U.S. Championship and qualified for the 1970 International. See, I never knew that. I never heard of that chess player in my life. Good looking, Low, for that information. William Addison. See, now I could do my research on this cold Easter Final Four Sunday. I'm gonna look up to that. Also, shout out to my homeboy Mr. Jihadi Turner, because he put me up on some information following the what's the old dude name? The Coach Roney Karpov match, when they talking about they was holding his family kidnapped and all that other stuff, and really did, you know what I'm saying, robbed him for the title. So a lot of chess historians, it's a lot of backstory and all that other stuff going on. Also, did y'all follow the chess.com, was that bullet tournament that was going on the other day? I was surprised. I don't want to butcher this dude's name. I think it was Drekin, the Russian dude. When I saw the stream was about 3 hours. When I saw the stream, it was him and Naka playing, and they had to go to a tie break, and Naka had to fight his ass off to beat that guy. Man, that guy was putting down some complex stuff, man. And let's just talk about I want to talk about going forward, far as, you know what I'm saying, with chess. And the first thing I want to start off is like you said, there's 2 FIDE tournaments in the United States that I know is coming up in the Midwest. I know my boy Bob in Indiana, they have the FIDE tournament in Indiana. I think it's May 14th to May 16th. Then the following week after that, we have the Chicago Open. And I feel like it's a good opportunity if you're chasing FIDE points, which is hard. What's going on, Marcus? Which is hard to come by. I still ain't saw the mailman, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't saw the mailman around here in like 3 days. So, hey, like you said, you know when I know. But going forward, I think, and it's just my opinion, if you're getting ready to go to the Chicago Open, I think you have to go to the Indiana tournament first. The entry fee is cheaper, and you could kind of get the rust off, especially if you're chasing them FIDE points. That's just my opinion, because as of now, to my knowledge and the research I did, I don't even know if the Chicago Open is going to happen. Because to my knowledge, I think Chicago is still under them restrictions. And excuse me, from posts I read, and I could be wrong, the Chicago Chess Group, they can only have 250 players, something like that. So that's really putting a delay on me and a couple guys I know from Detroit entering this tournament. Donald Brown, this is another chess player. Donald Brown, I think I'm familiar with him. Was American University professor and chess player. He held the international master title and completed. I'm from Brown's brother. They got to be related because I know Robert Brown, or how you pronounce it, Brian. Now I am familiar with him because Robert Brown had the used to write the articles and chess life. So I'm familiar with him. So I did all out of, some research. You think there's going to be a loophole? You think they're going to do a loophole and split the event up? This is what I'm gonna say about that, Cam. The Chicago Open, I don't know the guy, William, who runs it. He can't be no fool. He can't be no dummy. So I do believe if he announced that the Chicago Open is going to happen, I hope, and I just believe that he's not guessing. He has to know something we don't know. So I believe the Chicago Open is going to happen. Are they going to split the tournament up? It's possible. It's possible that you could have, I don't know. They're going to put it like this. He's already lost a lot of money. The CCA has already lost a lot of money. And I'm pretty sure he's not trying to lose no more money, because if you're, and I'm just say just like this, if you're a sandbagger and this is how you get your hustle on, and you feel like you have 2 years, I'll just say almost 2 years of practicing and whatever, studying your game off, because during this quarantine, everybody was home. They was online chessing and all that other stuff. You're a sandbagger, you're going to go to this tournament. You're going to be, because you're going to have players. You're going to go. So I'm just thinking, how can he do it? Just say hypothetically, can he have it broke off in groups? This group play one day, that group play another day. I don't know. Y'all talk to me, because the Chicago Open, like I said, I call it the family reunion. I'm most definitely gonna call it the family reunion. Like you said, he has to cover his overhead and he has to turn a profit. He has to pay TDs, tournament directors, and all that other stuff. So just say hypothetically, he has it broke off. Let me see, in groups. Just say this group plays this, or just say hypothetically, we get crazy ass time controls. Like, for example, I'm just don't talk off the top of my head. He just say this group will end at 4:00, and then this group of players will end at like 11 to 12 or something. I don't know, due to COVID precautions or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on word for word? Just say hypothetically. Okay, I think I got it. And I could be talking crazy. Just say you have a group of 250 players, and I'll just use the under 2100 section. This group has to be finished. Let's say they have to play their 3 or how many games by like 5, 6 o'clock, right? Bam, that group is done. Then the next group, you clean, sanitize, space out, whatever you want to do. And then the next group will come in 6. Ooh, and let's just say they just finished their game by midnight or 1 o'clock. I know that's just having crazy ass time controls and all that other stuff. But would you play in the Chicago Open? You know what I'm saying? If they did something like that, or would you play in the Chicago Open if, just say hypothetically, that it's not Chicago? Well, let's just say the state of Illinois, because the Chicago Open is really not in Chicago. It's on the outskirts. Would you play in the Chicago Open? Let's just say if he moved it. You see what I'm saying? Yes, this is what I want to hear from my good guy, Renee. I beat Anatoly Karpov in a fun 5-minute blitz game in 1997 with the London system. Played him when I was great friends with Roman and the chess.net owners. Okay, I did flag him and a lost rook pawn in game. I also am Michelle of my formal self. No. Once a chess killer, always a chess killer, Mr. Phillips. I knew, Mr. Phillips, I knew you said you had played him. I know you have played him. So let me ask you a question. Because you're older than me, in your era, do you believe Karpov went up like this? In 1994, I was a baby. So when he won that Linares tournament in 1994, 11 and a half out of 13, with a performance of I think 29.85. It could be I could be wrong or something like that. And I think Karpov was like 42. I think he was 42 or 43 when that happened. Can we uh evaluate that tournament from back in the day, 94, if it happened now? Let's say if that tournament happened now, would his performance rating be like 3,000? And would it be on the same level uh Fabiano, you know what I'm saying, 3,100? That's what that's a good question right there. Let me know what y'all think about that. What's going on? I think my boy Eric Daniels is in there too. What's going on? Hope everything's going well with you and your family. And my good brother Minnie Bus. We just up here, like you said, this is the Checkmate Double show. I get on here, I talk chess, we kick it. Also, while I'm on here too, make sure it has been announced April the 10th. April the 10th. Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. So you agree that you got to hold that Karpov 1994 Linares tournament up there with Fabiano, and like you said, I know the rating systems changed and all that the good stuff. So I know he's gonna have players like that. I gotta plug this tournament too. April the 10th. If you're not doing nothing, which is a Saturday, on Elite Chess, all you have to do is inbox me. We're going to have a free Elite Chess tournament. Free Elite Chess tournament. Time control is 3+1. 3+1 on Elite Chess. First place is $50. Second place is $25. It's on Elite Chess. If you want to play, message me. I'm going to add you to the chat, the group that I have on Facebook Messenger. As of now, we have National Master Dominique Myers playing. We have Mark Johnson. We have Cameron Tolliver. I have Bruce Cox. I'm playing myself. My boy Mike Chick-fil-A. I have my boy D-Lo playing. Benjamin Johnson. Lionel Davis. Dominic Johnson. Brian Barnett. My boy Joseph Gasson. FIDE Master Kevin Cupid. A player out of Philly named Gordon. I just added another couple players from Philly. They're playing Jameson Kilgrove. He's playing, I think I added another player. 1 second. I apologize. Don't want to be butchering nobody's name. Too old to be throwing hands about that. April the 10th, my April the 10th chess tournament. Jihadi Adams out of Philadelphia. He is playing. Shout out to my good brother Jerome Works. He been really helping me getting players in this chess tournament. So if you want to play, and then I have a Venezuelan IM, Richard Levy Prozina. He's from Venezuela. He's a international master. I think his elite chess is 2,600. He's been high as 2,600. If you want to play in this elite chess tournament, April the 10th, hit me up. I will add you to the group. And whoever wins this tournament will be able to come on the Check Double Show, the Detroit Chess Killers podcast. I think this is dope. We're just kind of giving back. Look forward to seeing you in there. Make sure you hit me up and register, because I'll just say April the 10th, please. I don't want to be dealing with everybody trying to get in. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be a little frustrating for me. But April the 10th, let me see what we got going on right here. I also concur that Karpov has the greatest performance tournament based off strength of opponents. Okay. Now we getting somewhere. The strength. See, I wish I could pull up these performance. Time control. Time control is 3+1, 3 minutes with a 1 second increment. just to help, you know what I'm saying, out, because I know how Elite Chess be with the delays and all that other stuff. So you get 1 second. It's a free tournament. You hit me up or you hit word for word. My boy Chris Sims will put you in the chat. First place is $50. Second place is $25. We're just giving back to the chess community while, you know what I'm saying, we're quarantining. A lot of people are on spring break and all the other good stuff. I know for somebody like me, I stay in Detroit, the numbers are going up because a lot of people are traveling. So I've been keeping my black behind in the house like 90% of the time, relaxing. So it's just something to do that we're just giving back. Shout out to my boy Chris Sims, word for word. He actually is the mastermind behind this tournament. He came up with the whole idea. Make sure you follow him. Good friend of mine. He comes up with a lot of ideas. He just be so busy that he doesn't have time to follow through. And I do it for him. Like you said, he was the concept from the While We Play Chess documentary. That was his idea. I just ran with it. He gave me his blessing. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta give my boy Chris his props. I do a lot of stuff that I do. Y'all be thinking it's me. No, I'll be kicking it with him. But since he has so much of a hectic, busy schedule, I jump on it. You know what I'm saying? And shouts out to him. That's a good brother. He loves chess. Shout out to Renee Phillips too. And make sure y'all go on YouTube, man, and follow. Look at his videos. He got some awesome chess videos. As my boy Cameron Tolliver. Like you said, Renee Phillips, you are the first player I see play the London. Man, he got some dope chess videos. Make sure y'all go back and support him. Check his videos out. Man, they is fire. They is fire. I got some more chess knowledge I'm finna drop on y'all boys. It says the U.S. Championship played in New York City from December the 5th, 1963 to January the 2nd of 64. Was the sixth to be attended by American prodigy and the world's youngest grandmaster, Bobby Fischer. In addition to Fischer, 6 other U.S. grandmasters, including American champion Samuel Revesky, Arthur Bisweiler, Larry Evans, international masters. 2 untitled players competed in a round-robin event for the U.S. crown. Fischer had won all 5 previous championships and had previously participated in expectations for performance this time were quite high. Never want to disappoint when it comes to chess result. Fischer completely annihilated the competition by earning a perfect score of 11 out of 11 games played. Afterwards, second place Evans congratulated for winning the tournament, where Fischer was congratulated for winning the 11 out of 11. Yeah, man. And like you said, it was 2 untitled players on there. Yeah, we just gonna have to throw that out. You know what I'm saying? No, ain't no thank me, thank you, Mr. Phillips. Like you said, a lot of people don't know. I'm gonna keep it 100 in the chess circle, especially amongst the brothers in our community. It be a lot of chess players, for example, and I said this. When it comes to there's a lot. How can I put this right? Chess in the United States, there are a lot of African American brothers who can play that don't get their props, and it's not the spotlight. For example, don't be on them for other reasons. For example, a lot of people didn't know. People knew about John Brooks, but a lot of people didn't know about John Brooks to the exposure of the documentary. You know what I'm saying? You have, like you said, you got players like Renee Phillips and, New Orleans, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing. You had Lionel Davis from Buffalo, New York. You have my boy Kofi Tatum from California. I cannot think of this other guy named African-American national master from Iowa. I don't want to butcher his name. But you have a lot of, you have Quan, you have Brooklyn Jerry, you have a lot of brothers, Tavon Carter from Baltimore. You have a lot of brothers. There are a lot of strong African-American chess players. And I'm not going to get into all that because that'll be, coming, what I'm saying, later on, that don't get the just due. They do because of the region and, other words. Chess pretty much gets spotlighted. New York, Philly. I'm trying to think. New York, Philly. You know how it is. It's coming up, what I'm saying, in the community. We just don't get the spotlight. So I try to use my spotlight as much as I can. The little of it I have to, give acknowledgement and let people know about these chess players. Like, if I never interacted with the Chicago chess players, right, I'd have never heard about Marvin Dandridge. You know what I'm saying? I learned about Marvin Dandridge through William Jackson and Big Pine and all these other players. And, I like to speak on them and, just say their name, because some players, people may listen to this and go back and look at the games, the Renee Phillips, the Kofi Tatum's. I cannot think of this player's name. Cam. What's the guy you played at when we went to the U.S. Team amateurs? The brother from Iowa. He's a national master. He's 2,200. I cannot think of his name. I want to give him his just due. Sometimes in our community, man, and Daim Shabazz wrote an article about this, the curse of the national master in the African American community, and it's a great article. Make sure you follow it. But at the same time, in the African American community, from my experience, we shouldn't set our titles so low, you know what I'm saying, for national master. But just from my experience coming up in that community, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to work, you're trying to raise kids, you're poverty stricken, you're trying to be a role model. It's so much, you know what I'm saying? And it happens in the other communities too. We deal with so much in our life that sometimes when you make it to national master, you feel like, you know what I'm saying? You feel, and we shouldn't feel like that. You feel like you're already GM and all that other stuff, because I'm not saying, and I'm not trying to get into, no politics and all that other stuff, but just everyday life. Alfred Carlin 2400 from New Orleans. See, I never heard of him. See, thank you so much, Mr. Phillips. See, these are the players, you know what I'm saying, that need their recognition, because a lot of people be thinking the community and the culture as far as us is small. There is a lot of chess players that's strong that a lot of people don't know about. They just don't get the spotlight, like you said, on them. Thank you for that, Mr. Phillips. I'm going to have to go to chess.com and look up his games. I mean, you hear about the Blackbeard Chess Club, but I just try to use my platform to, get these names out. And like I was saying, it's nothing against other cultures, but just inner cities, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just going to give example. I've never been to New Orleans in my life. I've never. Only thing I know about New Orleans is what I see on TV, what I listen to with music and all that other stuff. I heard about, you know what I'm saying, the poverty rate and all that other stuff. I stay in Detroit. I know what I deal with on an everyday basis, just living. And I spoke about this in one of my podcasts. Growing up in the inner city, single parent, I was raised in the house with my mom, my grandmama, and my brother. We didn't have the extra money. My mom and grandmama didn't have the extra money to pay for, chess lessons. You know what I'm saying? My mom and grandmama didn't have the extra money for me. For example, I didn't go to my first Chicago until I was like 26. I mean, growing up, my mom worked. I got the typical story like everybody else. My mom had worked a job. My grandmama pretty much was the babysitter for us, you know what I'm saying, while she was at work. I did play scholastic chess, thank God to, you know what I'm saying, my coaches and the league and all that other stuff. But I couldn't imagine being 13, 14, asking my mama, hey, I need $250 for an entry fee, pay for my room and all that other stuff. I didn't have that leisure, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's why in our community, you know what I'm saying, once we get to them certain levels, we kind of ease off the brakes a little bit, you know what I'm saying, because it's rough. Chess costs, and that's why a lot of times a lot of people be like, oh, you going hard on James Canty. No, I'm not going hard on James Canty. I want him to succeed. I need him to succeed, because under us, especially in Detroit, you know what I'm saying, especially in Detroit, where we're from, let alone, yeah, you're right, Dominique, like you said, let alone coaching fees, the cost of books. I'll never forget when I was a kid, chess base was, I think it was $1,000. I couldn't afford chess base. I couldn't afford Fritz. The reason I learned all my openers was from Chess Life. I used to read them. This is a true story. I used to read them. How I learned openers is I used to play over the games on my vinyl board on the porch. And one day I'm going to post the pictures my grandma took. I'm sitting there like I'm in the country, barefooted, with my board, and I used to be playing chess, and I used to read the openings, the Sicilian opening. Every time I used to read the Sicilian opening, it was E4, C5. And I used to remember the moves. That's how I started learning, you know what I'm saying, the openings like that every month. I think I had schoolmates or whatever it was. That's how I learned, you know what I'm saying, the openings. I would keep going over the games, and I would see the same, you know what I'm saying, moves. It was crazy because I would get to Chess Life magazine and play the moves over. And sometimes, you know, you'll read the opening, for example, it'd just be like the Spanish game or something. And or the Rui Lopez, I would think I would have the colors reversed. I would be thinking the opening was for black, but it was for white. So, you know what I'm saying? Financially, I got a little better and all that other stuff, but not trying to go off and drift off into something else. But I think that's why we have to acknowledge these folks. And like I said, that's why I'm so hard on James Conner, because he's from Detroit. He's from the inner city. He went to Bates. He went to Cass Tech. He went to Mumford. You know what I'm saying? And if he gets, I mean, he already got the title. You see what I'm saying? But if he gets a FIDE Master title, IM title, you know what I'm saying? That's big coming out. You know what I'm saying? These urban cities where we deal with everything. And I'm gonna tell you another fact. My boy, shout out to my boy D'Angelo. We always have this topic, and we always speak on this. Growing up in an African American house, especially where I'm from, I can't speak on nobody else and all that other stuff. Your parents will not, I'll say this, will not invest into your, put it like this. There was a time where around my area, my parents paid for me to go play chess, but they didn't understand the chess culture because what's going on, Jay Smith? What's going on? Milwaukee in the building. I'm just kicking it, chilling. But what I'm saying is they understood that I played chess, but they couldn't grasp it because chess is not like basketball or football. And my boy D'Angelo, I gotta give him his props because he always used this example. When your son say he wants to be a basketball or a football player, the parents can sit down and on TV and see a LeBron James. They can see a Kobe Bryant. They can see a Barry Sanders. They could see a Ray Lewis. So in their mind, they can invest in that and push that forward because your child can be good enough. You know what I'm saying? They can see that as a way out. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I ain't gonna say they make the sacrifice. It'd be a little more easier for them to invest because they can see somebody. But me growing up, I'm from an era. I'm playing chess in the inner city of Detroit. My parents don't know nobody to play chess. To this day, my mom and dad don't know who Bobby Fischer is. Hell, they don't even know who Maurice Ashley is. So I think, I just think coming up in the inner city, you know what I'm saying? Yes, we do need to strive for IM and GM and all that other good stuff, but I believe it just be so, and you know what I'm saying? It goes back, I don't even want to go, but I'm gonna say it goes further back far as education, jobs, and all that other stuff. But this is another topic. Once you're African American, I'm not giving us no pass, but it's it's hard, man. It's hard. I'm just saying, think about it. You have kids, you're trying to maintain. And I have a friend, Bill Carton, man. We waste a lot of money playing chess too. You see what I'm saying? And as the older you get, you're paying bills, you have a family, you have wife, you have kids, and all the other stuff. Sometimes you have to sacrifice your chess career for your family. And the top paying professionals of chess players are streaming these days. Yeah, I mean, I love the streaming. I think it's dope. You know what I'm saying? It gives. You're right, Cam. I think streaming chess gives a leisure. You know what I'm saying? Where you don't have to go over the board. You can still be in the house. But that is true, and it's dope with the signings. You know what I'm saying? That Jimmy and Chess Coach .net got. But that's just my reputation of me coming up. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why we don't have, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people get to national master and quit. That's why, like you said, I'm hard on Jimmy. I'm hard. I done blasted Jimmy. I done went off on Jimmy on my podcast because I need that brother from Detroit. I need that brother to do, you know what I'm saying? Well, I need that brother to get that FM or IM title behind his back. Just like my boy D'Angelo, He pushes me. I think he's the biggest. D'Angelo and Chris Hemsworth is probably the biggest uh fans and critiquers of my game. But you need that. You need somebody who's gonna put that foot on your ass because they believe in you. And that's why I say when it comes to them boys, James Black, Josh Colas, uh, Justice Williams, you know what I'm saying? And the chess community, we got to support them as much as we can because I'm not saying I don't want to go into all that because I'm not trying to start no other thing, but the struggle is just a little different growing up, you know what I'm saying? In our community, everybody knows that. Uh, it is, man. It is. Let me see what Cam's saying. I'm saying playing professional chess don't pay compared to being a streamer. I'm saying playing professional chess don't play compared to being a streamer. Okay, I'm saying playing. Okay, so this is another topic, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on this. Somebody could look this up. I believe Magnus is a millionaire. I know Naka is a millionaire. I think if you're in the top 10 of the world, you're getting money. You're getting real money. I don't know how it is for streaming. Can somebody, hit me up, let me know what does the top streamers play in chess? To my example, the only streamers I know that financially, and I could be wrong, is the Chess Bros. I know they have a big streaming following. I saw some of their streams where they're ranking in bank. There's another female streamer I saw. She has a big following, but I don't believe in pocket watching. I don't. I don't. But I do like what streaming has done. It has opened up the platform where you could be a pretty decent chess player. You could be an expert or a national master. And you could sit there and stream and people are going to support you. So I do love the new outlets and all that other stuff. I love the YouTube stuff. You could give lessons, you know what I'm saying? You can when I was coming up, it was a guy named Eric Schiller. And I think he was a national master, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm sure Gotham Chess streamers, I'm sure Gotham Chess is pulling 500K a year. Streamers, a few are making a good living. Okay, so Gotham Chess is pulling 500K a year. So, shoot, I'm about to start. Let me ask you a question. This is a topic we had before. When it comes to making a living off chess, in my opinion, everybody's making a living is different. For me, making a living off chess is being able to pay all your bills, all your utilities, and have money left over in your pockets. That's what I call making a living off chess. It may be different for somebody else. What is making good money off chess to you? I need to hear your comments. Let's just have, if you're making, is it making the same amount of money that you make off a job? For example, say you're a chess player. This is all you do. It's just chess. And let's just say you're making 80K a year. Let me see with my boy Dominique Myers. He be dropping good knowledge. Only the top 20-ish OTB players make big money because they get appearance fees and minimum prizes. I agree. Only top 20. I did a podcast on Detroit Chess Killers podcast. I think I did it with either JJ Lane or Evan Raven. And I think he was saying, one of them said they was at a tournament. They had a guy, a grandmaster. He was 26, 80 or 70 feet, and they called him an amateur. And he still had a job. What is making a good living? If you're bringing in 50, 60K and all you're doing is playing chess, are you okay with that? You see what I'm saying? Everybody living situation is different. For me, it's just me. I have no kids. I have no wife. It's just me, myself, and I. Right now, you told me if I could make 60 to 70K just playing chess, I'm okay with that. It just, you know what I'm saying? It varies. I just need your opinion. But I do love what streaming is doing. For example, I think Jimmy is running a brand. He's not even a chess player no more. I call him Jimmy. He's running a brand. I think that's dope what he's doing with the streaming, with the YouTube, all that other good stuff, the coaching. I think that is dope. I think that is dope. Let me see, Cam. I would say if you can make 30K off chess, you're doing pretty good. Okay, 30K. Is that 30K with a family? Is that 30K by yourself? You have to let me know. You know what I'm saying? So this is another question too. I'm glad because we had this discussion. Is the reason people chase titles, National Master, FIDE Master, IM, Expert, is the reason people chase titles for they can give lessons and get, you know what I'm saying, be getting to, is the reason people chase titles, the reason they get titles for they can coach, write books, pick up students. Is that a reason why people chase titles? I know a player, I'm not going to say his name. Let me see what my boy Dominique Meyer said. I can't speak for everyone though, but coaching is like the safe way for strong players, and a few people can stream, but not everyone who streams can make it. That I agree. I've tried streaming, and I'm going to get back into it. I think streaming, you have to have a personality. Personal ego charge more. To me, in my opinion, I think Jonathan Corbly, streaming wise, has the most entertaining streams ever. To me, he should be the biggest streamer on the chess circle. He has the greatest I love that brother. He has the greatest personality. I think when it comes to streaming, it's more of your personality and selling it. For example, I've watched players 24, 2,500 streams be just boring. I've watched players who's 13, 1,400 streams are just entertaining. I think when it comes to streaming, a lot of people want to be entertained and they want to understand it. And I think they want to see people make mistakes just like them. That's what I think. For example, I wouldn't want to see, like, I love knocking streams, don't get me wrong, but a lot of stuff I don't be understanding. I think I'm a pretty decent, you know what I'm saying, player. I'm not calculating like him. So I think if you can keep it reasonable where you can get an understanding and all that other stuff with personality and great music, hey, go for what you know. But the only thing about the streaming market is becoming bigger, and then it's going to be oversaturated. And I pray it don't get to the point where you have people doing just like dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? For example, I'm gonna say this, and I hate to bring his name up, but if Lionel Davis streamed, he would bring in bank because he's entertaining. Lionel Davis would be a cash cow for our streaming because of his personality. Y'all see how much his Facebook lives do, but I think somebody like him will be a dope streamer. If Nathan Kelly was to stream, you see what I'm saying? Because Nathan Kelly knows how to troll. He would be a dope streamer. You see what I'm saying? He knows how to sell the fight. If my boy Johnny Strap was a streamer, you know what I'm saying, as far as chess. What's going on, Lawrence Reed, man? That's my good brother. Appreciate you. I saw you posted that Groomfield book. Still wait, like you said. Once I get my chessboard, I'm telling you, that's all I'm waiting on. But I think Johnny Strap will be, he may be boring, but I think Tom Murphy, Nathan would be controversial. Yeah, but Nathan Kelly streaming would be a dope streaming. He will have a following. Matter of fact, if you're watching this on Twitch while I'm promoting everybody else, if you're watching this on Twitch, hit the follow so I can get my followers up. And if you're watching this on YouTube, click the subscribe button before I get my subscribers. I'm at 92 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 1,000 by the summertime. Help me to get my Twitch followers up to 500. I'm gonna go back to streaming what I thought about. I think I had a pretty good thing going on with Dog Walk Friday and all that other good stuff. I'm probably going to bring that back. But I think who else would be a good streamer? That man make anyone want to play a match. Yeah, Nathan Kelly is like the Jason. I put it like this: Nathan Kelly is like the Jerry Springer of chess back in the day. Remember Jerry Springer shows used to be wild and all that other stuff. He knows how to sell it, but I think Nathan Kelly he's better over the board. You know what I'm saying? I think Nathan has a good thing. And while we're talking about streaming, I think streaming with the pandemic and all that other stuff, I think streaming's here to stay. I also think that online chess is here to stay. And I believe this may be crazy, but I think it's time for the USCF to start possibly giving titles for online tournaments and blitz and all that other stuff. You have to, because Now you have for a whole year a group of kids and players who's been playing chess online. They've been playing a lot of online rated tournaments and all that other stuff. So I think that's have to come. You're gonna if somebody's 2,000, that's the online rate. You're gonna have to give them their online title. You have to. You just you know what I'm saying. Like somebody cracked a joke and called my boy online national master. I'm not going to say his name, but he was like, "You online." I think USCF is going to have to start looking into that because I think that the gamer community and the chess community is not going away. You're always going to have over the board chess, but you're really going to have USCF is really going to have to start considering giving titles for that and Blitz and Rapid. So let's we've been chopping up about that. Let's talk about I know recently we just had the Chicago versus Texas match. Texas defeated Chicago. I don't think nobody was surprised by that. I don't think that was surprised. Texas is just, in my opinion, when it comes to chess, you have New York, Philly, Texas, St. Louis. I think them is the. Let me see who's this comment. What are your feelings on the FIDE arena titles then? Ain't them see, I'm glad you asked that, Dominique. Now, I'm not really familiar. Ain't them titles that you pretty much pay for from FIDE? That's what it is? You register, you pay for them, and they just, I mean, explain to me how it works so I can get a better understanding, so I can give you my opinion, because I've only heard about it. And a lot of people just told me it's just like a paid online title that really doesn't mean nothing. So I'm gonna give you a moment. Can you explain to me how that title works? FIDE arena title. And I don't know. How do I feel? What are your feelings on a FIDE? Okay, so let me see what my boy Dominique. A GM is holding a 2,200 online for a amount of games. Well, that means I'm 2,200. That'll make me a GM. Okay, let me see. For example, but it's on their server and it's an official FIDE title. That's a good question. Let me ask you a question, Dominique. When is the last time that they have had an online FIDE arena title? I mean tournament. And okay. I got it. I don't believe that you can call nobody online GM. This is just my opinion because of the cheating. You're gonna have players that's gonna cheat and all that other stuff. So I don't like calling nobody, awarding an online GM title, because some people they're just going to cheat and all that other stuff. Maybe I don't know, maybe a CM or something. I don't know. Maybe calling somebody like a CM or something, but I just don't want, you know what I'm saying, nobody being caught. Let me think. For example, so what you telling me is, for example, like on Elite Chess, I'm 2,200. I think I've been 2,200 on Elite Chess for like a whole year. I will be called see no. Let me see. They also have Arena IM FM also. Let me think about that. I don't know. That's just like having $1 million in Monopoly money, right? Can we say that's like having $1 million? What I would, let me see. Hey, what's going on, D? What's going on, Dominique? Yeah, man. I see you pushing, D. Yeah, Dominique, I'm pushing. Yeah, man. Congratulations on that Arena GM title, bro. Nah, Dominique. I'm just in my head playing off a conversation between me and you. What up, Dominique? What up, D, man? I see, yeah, you been good, bro. Yeah, I've been good, man. Yeah, D, man. I see you got a fee, what's that, online GM title, man. Congratulations on it, bro. That's good looking. Um, I ain't feeling that, dog. I ain't feeling that. I mean, but to each your own. It may not it may work for somebody. It don't work for me. But I think they're gonna have to do something with it. I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. That's maybe I'm gonna have to come back to that. That is a good question, Dominique. You got me stumbled because I'm just playing off in my head. Hey, Dominique, what's up, Dominique? What's up, D? You good? Yeah, man. Long time no see, bro. Nothing. I'm chilling. I see you doing your thing in Charlotte. I see you doing your thing in Detroit. Congratulations, D, on becoming a nah. Nah, online just a placeholder to regular chess come back. True, Cam, but online chess is not finna go in the back front, bro. It's gonna be a round for a long time. It's going to be around. I don't think it's going nowhere. Nowhere. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know. That's a good question. Dominique Myers got me stumped with that one. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research with that. So okay, I got it. I got it. So I could be maybe if they made you an online GM with like over the board requirements or something. I don't know. Like, okay, you could be an online GM, but you have to keep a minimum of a 2,000 rating over the board. Maybe something like that, because it gotta it gotta offset each other, and I think they gotta hold they gotta hold weight. They gotta hold because you can have a kid 2,200, man, and his over the board may be 1,500. Like I'm 1913, my Elite Chess and Chess.com blitz is 2,200. You see what I'm saying? And I'd be hurt somebody was just to play me and just crush me over the board, and then it's it's yeah, I ain't feeling it. I feel that. Another news. Let's talk about an opening that I see that has been getting popular, like mad popular lately. I've noticed in the last 2 weeks, I've heard my boy James Canny, now my boy Cameron Tolliver, has said they're switching over to play the Groomfield. Why are a lot of players now switching over to play the Groomfield? Now, when I was growing up as a kid, I played the King's Indian Defense and I played the Groomfield. The reason I played those two openings is because Gary Kasparov played those openings, and he played those openings good. Also, shout out to the coach, my coach Kieta Turner. He played those. Why are y'all players? I can see I can see James Candy switching, Jimmy switching over because he gonna get off. It's tactical and sharp. Before a player like Cameron, I'm trying to figure out why would you switch? You're more of a positional player. Why would you want to play the Groomfield? To me and you done played plenty of games. That just don't seem like your style. I need some feedback on that, Cam. Like, why do you want to go the Groomfield way? You come off more as a slave, maybe a Nemezoid Indian player, but the Groomfield, man, that's kind of sharp. And is the Groomfield the next opening that's getting popular? For example, I know recently Magnus Carlsen on all his streams has made the center counter like stocked and went all the way up. So is this phase? Is this the new wave? Everybody playing the Groomfield now. I mean, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I don't know. Is this just like the new wave with y'all, the Groomfield defense? Not a big fan of it. I mean, Cameron Tolliver, Groomfield. I can see you playing the Dutch defense before you playing the Groom. You know what I'm saying? The Groomfield. I just don't. Let me see what Cam say. I feel like you get tired of the Slav games and closed positions. True, true. I mean, you play the same positions all the time, but if you're getting the same positions in the closed games all the time, you have that database of information where you can always go back and do the research and make improvements. For example, let's look at Josh Pasuma. He's like the boringest chess player in Michigan. Everybody knows that. But when you go play Josh Pasuma, you know Josh Pasuma is going to play the Catalan, and you know he's going to play the Carol Khan. And he's like grandma boring. But he's played so many of them openings positions, it's hard for him to like get thrown off. You know what I'm saying? And it fits his style. I understand what you're saying. You get tired, but Cam, you really want to have a sharp, you know what I'm saying? That's just like you playing the Sicilian Dragon with black against E4. Are you really, really prepared to play those sharp, you know what I'm saying, openings? You know what I'm saying? Especially, and Dominic Myers is a Greenfield player. We had this discussion. What happens where, like, I don't play the Greenfield. I have played it. I've saw games, and I know a lot of times that D5 pawn, that D, because you know what I'm saying, that D5 pawn can get deep. I know Dominic Myers said you could bring the knight back to E8, put the knight on D6, and hold things down, but that's a sharp opening, man. Are you playing it because are you switching to it because you feel like you can get the dynamic positions, or are you playing it because you feel like you're just tired of playing the semi-closed positions? That's what I'm asking you. That's what I'm saying. Do you want to open? Let me see what we saying. Let me say with the Greenfield, you don't get crushed. Though. I mean, with any opening, if you know the ins and outs of the opening, you're not going to get crushed. How about the queen? Okay, I got this, Cam. For a player like you, you've played a ton of chess. How about the Queen's Gambit accepted? D4, D5, C4, DX, C4. They play E4, you play E5. They play E3, you play E5. You don't know. You can if you don't know the theory. I mean, it's very open. If you don't know the theory, you can get crushed. I'm just trying to figure out is the Greenfield the newest thing, the newest, you know what I'm saying? I agree with the Queen's Gambit accepted. I mean, the older I get and I study chess, I'm starting to just realize, man, if I could just play chess with somebody and get to a certain position where I can hold and I can, you know what I'm saying, chess knowledge. My thing is, okay, I'm glad we had this. Cam, what's going to happen when you come across one of these young kids that's 9, 10, that don't work, that don't sleep, that live on a computer, and all they know is openings? You see what I'm saying? And you have more chess knowledge than them. I'm talking about in-game understanding, but they just razor sharp. And hypothetically, they just come out with a line you never saw crack your head to the white meat. And then what you gonna tell me? Because you know me and you boys. What you gonna tell me? Hey man, I was playing this, and I mean, what is you going? That's what I'm saying. I think the Queen's Gambit accepted. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying because let me see. The worst feeling. Let me see what my boy Dominique says. The worst feeling is to get caught in the opening prep and you don't get to play again. You know what? I told this story. Cam can vouch this story and everything else. The first Chicago Open I went to, when my boy Dominique Johnson went down there and won the Chicago Open. When I went down there with James Candy, when we went down there, let me see what Cam say. Hey, we're all going to hear the windshield wipers on the way home, bro. Yeah, you're right. But no, this is a true story. And Dominique got a point. The first Chicago Open I went to, I bought the C3 Sicilian book. I had chess openers for white and black. This is a true story. I studied Grand Prix with white against the Sicilian. I studied Grand Prix with white against the Sicilian. I studied the C3. No, the Grand Prix against white against the Sicilian, the Scotch Gambit, the Nemesis, and then Accelerated Dragon. I studied it. I started my study around March all the way to May. I was doing 2 hours a day, studying these openings, these preps, everything else. I go down to the Chicago Open. I didn't get a chance to play not one of those openings. That was the most worst feelings for me ever because I felt like I wasted so much time studying and I didn't even get a chance to get off. Because when I had the black pieces, right, everybody played the English on me. Everybody played the English. I ain't get a chance to play my Accelerated Dragon. You see what I'm saying? I ain't get a chance to play my Nemesis. I'm hurt. Then when I go play my, you know what I'm saying, E4, because that's what I prep, think the Grand Prix, everybody mama played the French, played the Perk, Play knight c6. You see what I'm saying? So that was like one of the worst prepping tournaments I ever had in my life, because I'm like, damn, I did a lot of studying and I didn't get a chance. I didn't get a chance to play none of that stuff. You see what I'm saying? So I don't even know how would you know what I'm saying? To you know what I'm saying? To prep for those tournaments. I mean, I was hurt, man. Could you imagine me? My first round, I'll take my first round. I go E4, dude play knight C6. Man. I mean, E4, knight C6. So, okay, I'm like, yeah, Dominic, yeah, you're right. I swear, people never play the openers we prep. This is a true story. E4, knight C6. What is that? Remember, I don't even know how to pronounce. So I go knight E3, knight F3. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna probably trick him. He go E5, I could D4, EX, D4, get to my Scots. Dude play D6. I mean, okay, so E4, E5, E4, knight C6, E4, knight C6, knight F3. He go D6. So then I play I think I play bishop B5. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I got some experience playing. You know what I'm saying? So I that's what I'm saying. When you're studying openings, you don't know what you're going, you know what I'm saying, to get. And then you don't want to be walking off into something where your opponent knows something, you know what I'm saying, better than you. And then you get, you know what I'm saying, your head cracked to the white meat. So I mean, you want to do the room field, it is, but what's going to happen? Let me see. Room field: D4, knight F6, C4, G6, knight C3, D5, CX, D5, knight X, D5. Okay, that's the room field. So, okay, Cam, D4, knight F6, right? Do play knight F3 on you. What you play? G6? Are you still going to play G6? You know what I'm saying? What about if he plays like a London system setup or Tor attack? Or you know what I'm saying? It's so much. Or D4, you go knight F6. Okay, I got you, Cam. I got you. You play D4. You play D4. I mean, your opponent plays D4. You play knight F6 because you're playing the groom field. Then your opponent plays knight C3 on you. Then what happens? Talk to me. C5. So okay, Cam, I'm following you. D4, knight F6, knight C3. You're gonna play C5. Okay. Okay, Cam. Okay, somebody like you, right? They can play F3 instead of knight C3. Oh, they can. They can. See, I'm learning something new every day. So, let me get this right. Dominique Myers is saying D4, knight F6, F3. That's what you're saying, Dominique? No, after knight F3. Hold up. Now I'm lost. Somebody tell me, because I done got confused. Somebody tell me the line. So right now we're at D4 for white, knight F6. Dominique Myers is saying you could play F3 as your second move. Right? That's what you're saying? And Cam is saying C5 after F3, right? Okay. Let's get this right, because I think this is dope. So Cam is saying D4, knight F6, knight F3, C5. Okay, Cam. For somebody like you, if I played you before, I know you like positional chess. I'm not okay. I could play D5. You're not a Benoit player. You're not a Benoit player. Hell, I might take DXC5. I don't know. So that's your line. Dominique Myers is saying D4, knight F6, F3, trying to build the center, right? Is that what you're saying, bro? That's what you're saying? Let me see. Okay, let me see. D4, knight F6, C4, G6, F3, D5. Oh, okay. I'm straight. Okay, I remember that line, because D5, CX, D5, knight X, D5, E4. Then you get the center, right, Dominique? I think that's the line Dominique is talking about. There's a new DVD play Broomfield lines against everything. Okay, this goes to the question too. What's going on, Jerome? Knowing the opening moves, right? Knowing the opening moves, right, is one thing, but knowing the theory and knowing where the pieces has to go, the squares you got to attack and capture, that's another thing, right? So how many hours are you willing to like dedicate, man, to this study? You know what I'm saying? My thing is keep it simple. I'm gonna be one of them old men about 50, 60 years old. I'm telling you now, playing the Carol Khan, grandpa, you know what I'm saying? Slow. I just feel what's going on, Jerome? What's going on, man? Hope happy belated birthday, man. Peace and blessings, man. I appreciate all the support. I'm gonna reach out to that brother. You know what I'm saying? We was discussing the April the 10th tournament. Got some more players that's gonna get in. I'm just kicking it. You know what I'm saying? What I do on the, you know what I'm saying, the test show, my test show. Like I said, make sure you like, you know what I'm saying, comment, you know what I'm saying, subscribe on YouTube and all that other good stuff. Right now, we're talking about Cam and this Groomfield. I know one thing. Let me see, my boy, good brother Dominique. My only issue with theoretical lines is some of these books, they recommend lines that are lost. It happened to me in one of the lines from the Safest Groomfield book. Okay, this is my thing too. How do you know when you're playing old theory? I went to a tournament and I played the Accelerated Dragon because I followed the Roman lines, and the Roman line was Queen A5. Uh, let me ask my. So let me see. Let me see. Okay, just asking, D, how do you think I will fare as a streamer? Oh, I think you would be dope, Renee. Off your YouTube videos, you would be dope, and you got the personality to sell it. So you will already have a fan base. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, this is me, and I coach kids and all other stuff. You can break chess down to layman's terms where people can understand it. And I think that's all you need to do. If the communication is, you know what I'm saying? If you know I can understand it, I think you'll be dope. Like you said, you help Cam out with his London system, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's something that you should try in the future, especially for your kids you coach. I think that will be, you see what I'm saying, dope. You know what I'm saying? I think you will easily get a dope following with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you that because you know you're good friends with me. Because if you were horrible, I would, you know, tell you. But I think that's something. Uh, I think that's something that you should try. Like you said, you already have familiarity with it with doing the YouTube videos. You see what I'm saying? Teaching and all that other stuff. So I don't think it's nothing that you're going to be uncomfortable with. And I think you should try that. Let me see, Cam. So you learn openings. Got to use more than one source crew. That's going to be another awesome brother. I'll be chilling. I like I said, I'm nowhere near. I'm nowhere near Renee Phillips. Like you said, he got something I ain't got. He got a national master title. I'm still a Class A player. You know what I'm saying? Dominique, I got a question for you. Dominique Myers, do you use Chessable? Do you use Chessable for your opening prep and all that other stuff? I know Chessable is getting popular uh over the years, but do you use Chessable? My thing with Chessable, for the people who do use it, is Chessable just remember, is Chessable teaching you how to play chess, or is just teaching you to remember where to put the squares go? The pieces go. That's something I want to ask you. No, I should though. Okay. But yeah, okay. So for the people who do use Chessable, is Chessable helping you play chess, or is just reminding you, hey, this piece got to go here, this piece got to go there? Just, you know what I'm saying? Let me know. I use Lead Chess. Hold up. So you use Lead Chess to learn your openings, or you use the Lead Chess database? That's what you're telling me. That's what you're telling me, Dominic. See, I'm learning something new. I didn't know you could use uh the Lead Chess study openings. I guess I'm one of them old fashioned booking the board type of, you know what I'm saying, guy. But Dominique said he uses Lead Chess. Let me see. Man, those chessable courses are 1,400 lines sometimes. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. Yeah, I know. My studies, Wesley, who this is? Wesley So E4 is 3,000 lines. Yeah, yeah. Chris M showed me about that too. He recommended that for me. Uh, so is Chessable a formidable? Is it a good tool for study? You see what I'm saying? This is my thing with Chessable. Some of them lines you show, you may never play or get into, because I'll just say at my level, majority of the time your opponent goes out of the book and makes how can I say, a bad move or whatever, and then you end up taking advantage. So how can Chessable help you win a chess tournament? I mean, a tournament. Then I feel like with Chessable, you're just moving, but you're never understanding the concepts of the moves. Like, for example, I know if I play the French defense, I know the dark square bishop on C8 is going to be weak. You see what I'm saying? And I know sometimes, and I know I'm probably gonna have a weak pawn on e6. So I know majority of the time I might have to trade the c8 bishop off. You know what I'm saying? And worry about my weaknesses. But if you don't know that, I learned that over the time and from stronger players. But if you don't know that, and it's just telling you go here, go here, go here, go here, are you really understanding? You know what I'm saying? The opening, or are you just, you know what I'm saying, making opening tree is a great tool too. Opening tree on what? Chess.com Elite Chess. Chessable got an opening Chessable got a opening tree. Chessable got an opening tree. I don't know. Openingtree.com. Okay, cool. Let me write that down. Cam coming through with the opening tree. Openingtree.com. So let me close this out, man, because I think this was a great stream. I think this was dope. I really enjoy doing this Checkmate Double show. I really do. I enjoy doing the Detroit Chess Killers podcast. Look forward to me putting another podcast out. I may do an Easter. Stream tomorrow on the Checkmate Double show. I know it's Final Four weekend, so I'm not gonna talk y'all to death. What's up, Lawrence Reed? Once I get my chessboard, I want you to come on this show. Me and you, we got to talk face to face about my chessboard because before I got to say this, I have the best chess pieces in the state of Michigan, bar none. Ain't nobody seeing me. I'm waiting on my board to get here, and we're going to talk about that, man. I would love to get you on here for you could show just a 1/10 of your chessboard collection, man, because that stuff you should the GOAT. I don't care what nobody say. You said there's other folks that got chessboards better than you, but I'm like Bernie Mac. I don't believe it till I see it. So as of now, you're the GOAT, and ain't nobody gonna change my mind. I'm just keeping it real. My good brother, and like you said, you put me on to something. You know, I can't afford a presidential Rolex now, but I'm finna start collecting watches. You know what I'm saying? I picked that up from you, my good brother. Make sure if you follow me on YouTube, you hit the subscribe button. I'm at 92 subscribers. My goal is to have 1,000 subscribers by the summertime. If you're watching on Twitch, hit the follow button. I'm gonna say this again. Hey D, where can someone land a Windsor plastic set? I'll check that out for you. And reach out to you if I find one. I've developed a lot of connections during this chat stuff, so I'll see can I get you one, and if I get you one, I'll ship it to you. No problem. Seeking what can I work up for you, Mr. Phillips? Like you said, I appreciate you and all the stuff that you do and the chess community, especially down there in New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So I'll get on that anytime, family, write that down too. You know, I'm getting older. Windsor chess set. I got you. Anytime. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like you said, April the 10th. If you want to play in this free elite chess tournament, first place is $50, second place is $25. Time control is 3 minutes and a 1 second increment. Message me. I will add you to the group. If you don't want to be added to the group, that's okay too, because I know a lot of times they talk a little reckless in the trash talk group. I'll just hit you up and contact you. Shout out to my boy Chris M's for, you know what I'm saying, putting that tournament together. What else do I have coming up? I'm going to work on probably streaming that tournament too. Help get my streaming followings up since Camden motivated me to get back into streaming. I just want to tell y'all, enjoy y'all day. Be safe. Happy holidays, Easter. Be safe. You know what I'm saying? COVID is still going on. Don't go out there party too much. And I'll be back tomorrow. I love y'all. Take it easy. Peace. Chill. And